stallion and noble steed, he would ride out of the home in which he stayed. Venture on into the world, observe the human beings in which inhabited his world. But them he protects and speaks the truth. In hopes to deliver them with the word of Jesus Christ, to the light and out of darkness, from which the demons many hide. In a land called Winona, a land of purple warriors. Though the colors may symbolize many things, whether dark and good, Titanus, with passion in his heart, like fire that burns and rain that pours, with power of the soul and the mind of the truth and the tongue of the sword. For the color that he chooses are the colors of red, crimson blood, and forever thankful is he for his Father's grace. As he traveled across the land, he came upon the lakeside of Winona, and decided it was time to prepare for what he is about to do. So he took heed of the words by his dark enemy, the adversary, as a slithering dragon that spoke foul words to him, as he prepared his mind and his soul for the journey up the mountain. All was well. All was peaceful, and all was silent for Titanus, until he heard something in the mist.
Smell you. I hear your breath. I feel your air. Step into the light.
He heard the beast and took on the challenge, as he has done many times before. Fearless and courageous, he crossed the roads and dangerous paths.
Something you carry. Something made of gold. Kill where I wish, when I wish. My armor is iron. No blade can pierce me.
As he carries his stallion to the base of the mountain, he hears the cry of his enemy and prepares to leave what he knew all behind. To face the dragon that stands at the top of the mountain.
Come crawling back to the mountain.
howling and strong is the demon's power.
Face me then, to Arduin!
But no greater than the Lord who lets him think this folly game of diabolical madness.
Dovahkiin, you should not have come here, nor Hensilti.
Without hesitation, Titanus runs up the mountain, closing in on his enemy.
Non-resistant Dovahkiin, Pusa Olar, a fine slave you would have made.
He was to face the harsh and many obstacles that lay ahead of him on the mountain.
Of my ancient foes, but you are not their equal.
Hearing the voice of the demon from miles away, yet close in spirit, the snow fell, the harshness of the cold air settled in, yet Titanus, oh how he lets it not be known or seen.
I have feasted on many greater than you.
The decision to move and climb was made, as the enemy grew mad. Nonetheless, he persevered forward up the mountain. Running and swift he moved.
You will pay for your defiance!
Mushrooms.
Demon's attempts are ever going.
Sulaki Mulak, Par Thranax.
Yet Titanus pushes forth the fight and says,
Up the hill we go. Not too far from where we need to be.
My power has waxed, while yours has waned.
Brand stabbed him in hopes to slow him down, but Titanus was prepared, as he said,
It's a very good thing to hide a niche, man.
Vultutnak, Zilgrodova Ulse, Nageliv, Zilgrodova Ulsa.
the father of the mountain Titanus got, the colder it became. He heard the voice of his enemy higher up on the mountain as it became more clear his intentions from within. The demon that lurked on the mountain.
Tarodis Parthenox, my teeth to his neck.
Titanus knew it was time to move with haste, for the howling of the dragon that awaited him in the spirit at the top of the mountain never ended. But Titanus never feared the words or shouts.
Yourself, arrogant mortal. I will feast on your soul in Solidgard. You are no match for me, sure. Zaloganir, Kridar, Jur.
For he knew within that power of God would lead him and strike the fear the demon's heart out with his mouth and the truth of the word of the Lord.
Splendid fall.
He made it up, high up to the mountain, but could not find the demon in the physical. Yet he sensed him close in the spirit. So he ran up high up the mountain. As he so listened and heard the voice of the dragon, and listened to his folly attempts to set fear to his heart.
Coming near. Join me or perish with your mortal friends. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal. I have already defeated your friends once. Bane, I do not fear them. You have become strong. But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh.
Titanus would hear the voice and listen to his folly attempts to set fear in his heart. Only to find out.
Malagi Zoklat, I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else.
For the Lord had spoken to the demon and said, Demon dragon, your power is not able to afflict my son.
But first, dear Kumar, Venduhinsil Kosavankard.
You have done horrible things in your time and stay on this world.
Zulastal.
And shall pay for eternity.
Keldrenivik.
The dragon grew mad and shouted back,
Dikir Van Alak.
Your soul will be set in Sheol for eternity.
Darlain Losti.
It is decreed by me, for your days have been counted. Begone, you foul creature of the dark. was gone. Many say they never saw one, for in spirit they are blinded. But if not for the consciousness and the soul that led the Lord into Titanus for him to go there, this dragon would have remained. It was decreed the demon was slain. But now the mission was to return home and climb down the mountain unharmed and unscathed. But this was not easy for most men, for Titanus was not like most flesh, a lion indeed, on goat-made lands. Finding his steps and gaining ground down the mountain, it was imperative to be aware of the snow, the trees, and the path that lay before him. Treacherous it was that he did not expect this. A fall into the mud. But this did not faze him. Desperate to leave and make it out of the forest alive from any dangers that be in physical or the spirit, he ran. Finally, in convincing fashion, he was forced to jump as the steps were broken. And that was the journey. up the mountain. With the journey up the mountain complete, Titanus was to return home, and thus he did. He almost forgot, yet he never does, his chariot and noble steed, a stallion he rode to battles many, many times before.
Hey, here we are.
The loyal horse that he loves and loves him back, the same, for they were both meant to meet by design of the Lord their Father, Yahweh, the true God of all creation and life.
You did well today. I return you to your rest, my dear horse. A chariot, a stallion, a noble steed. Rest upon your labor. You are loved greatly.
As the horse lay rest in fruit of its labor, Titanus returned to the temple, the kingdom and land of the Rose Garden. Returning the sword of truth to its origin of stain. Cleaning the domain. Even making tea. course. With more tea making as well to soothe the soul. With special drops of dragon blood. His alchemy lab. The cleaning of the dust that lie below his feet. This is how Titanus spends most of his time. And with that, the story comes to its beautiful end. But do not forget, for the Lord and Jesus Christ loves you all and desires for you to know them. Read the Bible, of all the texts in the world, and praise be to the Most High God, for his return is soon. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Pleasure doing business with you. Pleasure doing business with you. It tastes very good, I would say. And for that, I am thankful. Entirely. But it's very hot to the bone. So I will leave it. Let my tongue not be singed by its malice. Potion of blood is what they call that. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and I do hope that going forward, as I change my dialect and voice, and of course the lighting goes horrible here, suppose I should get used to it. Blessings from the great divine, and of course the Lord's grace upon you. May all of you, thee, thy, then, and them, return home away from this video and find yourself at peace. I am the bearer of the light and the rose of the story. A light bearer of light, and I live the story symbolically, by design, story of the rose.